All right, so here is journal reflection number 7. The question is, what should a successful student look like once they graduate from an institution of higher education? And the second question is, how does your background experience and identity shape this experience? So, first of all, I think a successful student should be culturally aware of their surroundings, and by doing so, they will know who they are and what their beliefs are, but I also think that they will be able to interact with others from different backgrounds than their own, because that is something that is very important. Once you leave college, like, there are so many different people in the world who come from different religious backgrounds, sexual orientations, race, ethnicity, like all of these different things. And students need to be aware of their own privileges and what that looks like when they interact with others in the world. And so that college will prepare them to do so when they enter the job force, or even further going on to professional school or graduate school. They should also be emotionally intelligent. And I think that is something that is very important, because I grew up knowing that you should always care for people and you should always put them first. And I feel like that built up my emotional intelligence and being able to first understand myself and other people, and the way that they have their own experiences brought to the table, and I can support these people and it be okay. So I think that's really important. I think flexibility is something that college really teaches students, and that if they were to be successful after graduation, that they would be able to be flexible and adaptable and be that coachable employee that employers always look for in a new hire. And so I think that successful students will be emotionally intelligent, culturally aware, flexible, and I also think they will be self-motivated and empowered to go on the job search and find their true passions, and know that, if this job doesn't work out, like, I will give it my all, and if it's just not working out, then they will be okay to go find something that will make them happy, because that's what we do in this life, and that's just the way things are. Is we go to college, we learn these things, or some of us are privileged to go to college, but we go to college and we get educated to go out and get a job and be successful and be happy and have these life experiences. And so I think that's one thing that a successful college student would look like, is that they would be self-motivated and empowered after graduation. And I think another part of that is that they're always looking to grow and to change, and that they are wanting to make the world a better place. And I think that is something that's really important that students should be aware of. From my perspectives, like, I know that it's been a challenge for me to, essentially the biggest challenge that I've had in college was to be financially stable. And while I took on a lot of student debt, I didn't let that hinder me from going after what I want, and that is to be a college graduate, which I did. Whoop. And then I also went through and I'm going through my master's program. Like, I'm really proud of myself for that. And so my self-motivation is what I want to show others that it's possible, especially working with my first gen students, like letting them know, like, hey, I've been there, I've done that, let me help you, let's do this. And then once I help them, I give them the tools to be successful when I'm not around, like, I'm going to be moving on in another year. And so I want to be able to show my students that they can do this, they will be motivated, they can feel empowered, and that they will be successful. And I want them to know that. And then in turn, I hope that they go and share that with other people. I also think that it's important to be intentional with my students currently and let them know, like, this is how your life is going to change. Like, when you take that step to join that organization, to gain these leadership skills, like, you're going to be that much more marketable. And I want them to know that they can do it and just believe in themselves. And after college, you can still be that person. You just got to go out and find those things for you to do and be involved in the community and be civically engaged. And I think that's really important. And I think those are really my thoughts on being a successful student, like once you graduate, because it all really starts in college. You're going to build those skills here, and then it's up to you to take those skills beyond the college environment and apply it to the workplace, because you're going to be working with people who have different backgrounds. They're not going to all have the same degree as you specifically, nor have the exact same college experience. And so they will have their own experiences and perspectives to bring to the table to help them be successful post-graduation. And I think it's a really awesome thing to be able to help these students through that. Thanks, Dr. Bailey.